Bandeyam Shri Guru Shri Yata Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Scha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saganaraganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shivishakam Vitam Scha Om Ajnana Timaranda Shagyana Jana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasma Shri Gurave Namaha Gurva Bhistam Supurakam Gurganara Sesha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samastaveda Nipanam Shri Rupa Patanugam Govinda Bidam Ujvalam Varatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Mande Vishwagurun Shah Divya Bhagavad Premno Vibija Pradam Devam Divyatanum Suchandavaranam Balarka Chelanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sadekavaranam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nidim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Vandetam Shubharam Madeka Sharanam Nyashishwara Sridharam Vanchakopatarubhyasya Kripasindubhyevacha Patitanam Pavenebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaurata Vishay Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. This is Antya-lila chapter 1, Srila Rupa Goswami's second meeting with the Lord. And as I said before, this is doing, as Srila Govinda Maharaj says, with the examination of Hall of Srila Rupa Goswami, where his poetry is being appreciated by the devotees, and Mahaprabhu's indicating that Srila Rupa Goswami will be the leader of our sampradaya. So these quotes are coming from the Vidagdha Madhava of Srila Rupa Goswami. And that's about the flute, Krishna's flute. Verse number 160. Kvachit bringi gitam kvachit anila bangi shishrata kvachit vali lashyam kvachit amala mali parimala kvachit dara shali karaka phala palira sabaro Rishi Kanam Vrindam Pramadayati Vrindavanam Idam. My dear friend, this forest of Vrindavan is giving great pleasure to our senses in various ways. Somewhere bumblebees are singing in groups, and in some places mild breezes are cooling the entire atmosphere. Somewhere the creepers and tree twigs are dancing. The malika flowers are expanding their fragrance, and an overabundance of juice is constantly flowing in showers from pomegranate fruits. Okay. Param Rishtan Gushta Trayam Asita Ratnar Ubayato Vahanti Sankirno Manibir Arunais Tat Parisaro Tayor Madhye Hirojvala Bimala Chambu Naramai Kare Koyaniyam Viharati Hare Keli Murali. The flute of Krishna's pastimes measures 3 fingers in length and is bedecked with Indranila gems. I believe Indranila gems are like sapphires. At the end of the flute are Aruna gems, rubies, glittering beautifully, and between the ends, the flute is plated with gold and ablaze by diamonds. This auspicious flute, pleasing to Krishna, is glittering in his hand with transcendental brilliance. Sadvam shatas tavajani purushottamasya panam stitir muralike sarala sijat jatya kasmat tvaya saki goro vishama grihita gopangana gana vimohana mantra diksha. We need to, look for a flute that looks like that, Sharanangi. Mm-hmm. We need to look for a flute that looks like that has like blue jewels, and at the end it has red jewels that look like rubies, and then it's plated with gold and also has diamonds.
Dang.
Yeah, but maybe they sell that kind of flute in Vrindaban.
They might.
Okay.
So sapphires, rubies, and diamonds.
And plated with gold.
Plated with gold. He has a gold flute, and he has a silver flute with gold decoration, but he doesn't have a gold flute with jewels.
Can jewels be added to his gold flute? No.
Well, not that one so easily, because it's very ornate. It's carved, and there's not many flat surfaces.
Okay.
Huh. Okay.
My dear flute, it appears that you have been born of a very good family, for your residence is in the hands of Sri Krishna. By birth you are simple and are not at all crooked. Why then have you taken initiation into this dangerous mantra that enchants the assembled gopis? The previous verse about the Krishna's flute was spoken by Lalita Devi, and this is spoken by Srimati Radharani. And then next quote is Saki Murali Vishala Chidra Jalena Purna Lagur Ati Katina Tvam Grantila Nirasasi Tadapi Bhajasi Shasvats Chumbananda Chandram Harig Kara Parirambam Hena Punyod Dayena. My dear friend the flute, you are actually full of many holes or faults. You are light, hard, juiceless, and full of knots. But what kind of pious activities have engaged you in the service of being kissed by the Lord and embraced by his hands? This verse is spoken by Chandravali Saki, the gopi competitor of Srimati Radharani. And then this next verse is quoted very much by Govinda Maharaj, or he'd say it so nicely. Of course, unless you know Sanskrit, you cannot pronounce it like he does. But Rundam Ambu Britas Chamakriti Param Kurvam Muhus Tumbaram Janad Antarayan Sanandana Mukam Bhishma Payan Vedasam Olsukya Valibhir Balim Chatulayam Bogindram Agurnayan Bindam Anda Kataha Bitim Abito Babrama Vamshidvani. And Govinda Maharaj would pronounce that like rumbling, like Rundam Mambu Britas Chamakriti Param Kurvan Muhus Tumbaram. Like this, rumbling. Yeah, the transcendental vibration of Krishna's flute locked the movements of the rain clouds, struck the Gandharvas full of wonder, and agitated the meditation of great saintly persons like Shanaka and Sanandana. It created wonder in Lord Brahma, wrought intense curiosity that agitated the mind of Bali Maharaj, who was otherwise firmly fixed, made Maharaj Ananta, the carrier of the planets, whirl around and penetrated the strong coverings of the universe. Thus the sound of the flute in the hands of Krishna created a wonderful situation. This is spoken by Madhu Mangal, a cowherd friend of Krishna's. Ayam Nayana Dandita Prabhara Pundarika Prabha Prabhati Nava Jagoda Duti Vidambi Pitambaraha Aranyaja Parishkriya Damita Divya Vishadaro Harin Mani Manohara Jyotibir Ujvalango Hari. The beauty of Krishna's eyes surpasses the beauty of white lotus flowers. His yellow garments surpass the brilliance of fresh decorations of kumkum. His ornaments of selected forest flowers subdue the hankering for the best of garments, and his bodily beauty possesses mind-attracting splendor greater than that of the jewels known as Marakatamani or emeralds. Jangadas tata sangi dakshina param kinshid vibhugna trikam sachi stambita khandaram saki tira sanchari netranchalam vamshim kutmalite dadhanam arare lolanguli sangatam Ringadbru Brahmaram Varangi Paramanandam Pura Svikuru. O most beautiful friend, please accept Krishna, who is standing before you, full of transcendental bliss. The borders of his eyes roam from side to side, and his eyebrows move slowly like bumblebees on his lotus-like face. Standing with his right foot placed below the knee of his left leg, the middle of his body curved in 3 places, and his neck gracefully tilted to the side, he takes his flute to his pursed lips and moves his fingers upon it here and there. This verse is from the Lalita Madhava Natika, a 10-act play by Srila Rupa Goswami. It is spoken by Lalita Devi to Radharani. Kulavara Tanu Dharma Grava Vrindani Binam Sumuki Nishita Dirga Pangam Tanga Chatabi Yugapadayam Apurva Ka Puro Vishvakarma Marakata Mani Lakshar Goshtal Kuksham Chinoti Marakata Mani Lakshar Goshta Kaksham Chinoti. A beautiful faced one. Who is this creative person standing before us? With the sharp chisels of his loving glances, he is splitting the hard stones of many women's devotion to their husbands, and with the luster of his body surpassing the brilliance of countless emeralds, he is simultaneously constructing private meeting places for his. He is simultaneously constructing private meeting places for his pastimes. This verse is spoken by Radharani to Lalita Devi. Mahendramani Mandali Mara Vidambideha Dutir Rajendra Kula Chandrama Spurati Kopi Navyo Yuva Sakistira Kulangana Nikara Nivi Bandar Gala Chirakarana Kotuki Jayati Yasha Vamshidvani. My dear friend, this newly youthful Lord Sri Krishna, the moon in the family of Nandamars, is so beautiful that he defies the beauty of clusters of valuable jewels. All glories to the vibration of his flute, for it is cunningly breaking the patience of chaste ladies by loosening their belts and tight dresses. This verse is spoken by Lalita Devi to Radharani. Srila Govinda Maharaj, he said that the Sanskrit in Bhagavatam by Veda Vyas, he says, it's like the dancing of an elephant. He's not so graceful, but he says the Sanskrit of Rupa Goswami is very, very beautiful. So that's the verses that are being cited here. Balad Akshnor Lakshmi Kavalayati Navyam Kuvalayam Mukolasha Phulam Kamalavanam Ulangayati Cha Dasham Kashtam Ashtaparam Api Nayati Angika Ruchir Vichitram Radhaya Kim Api Kilarupam Vilasati. The beauty of Srimati Radharani's eyes forcibly devours the beauty of newly grown blue lotus flowers, and the beauty of her face surpasses that of an entire forest of fully blossomed lotuses. Her bodily luster seems to place even gold into a painful situation. Thus the wonderful, unprecedented beauty of Srimati Radharani is awakening in Vrindaban. This is spoken by Purnamasi. Okay. And Vidur eti diva virupatam shatapatram bhatta sarvari mukhe iti kena sada shriyojvalam tulanam arhati mat priyananam. Although the effulgence of the moon is brilliant initially at night, in the daytime it fades away. Similarly, although the lotus is beautiful during the daytime, at night it closes. But, oh my friend, the face of my most dear Srimati Radharani is always bright and beautiful both day and night. Therefore, to what can her face be compared? It is spoken by Krishna to Madhu Mangal. Pramara rasa taranga smera ganda stalaya smaradanur anubandi buru latala shabajaha marakala chala bringi branti bangim dadhano hridayam idam adangshid pakshmalaksha Katakshaha. When Srimati Radharani smiles, waves of joy flow over her cheeks, and her arched eyebrows dance like the bow of Cupid. Her glance is so enchanting that it is like a dancing bumblebee moving unsteadily due to intoxication. That bee has bitten the whirl of my heart. This is spoken by Krishna. Okay. Raya kohe tomara kavitlam terajara dvitiya natakera kahanandi vyavahara. Having heard these verses recited by Rupa Goswami, Srila Ramananda Roy said, Your poetic expressions are like continuous showers of nectar. Kindly let me hear the introductory portion of the second drama. That will be Lalita Madhava. Rupa kohe kahantumi shuryo pamam masha munikon shudra yena kadyota prakasha. Rupa Goswami said, in your presence, which is just like brilliant sunshine, I am as insignificant as the light of a glowworm. So, the idea is that the glowworm glitters at night, but in the sunshine, the glowworm just appears like a bug. You can't see any glow. So, Srila Rupa Goswami said to Ramananda Roy, in your presence, which is just like brilliant sunshine, I am as insignificant as the light of a glowworm. Tomar age darstya e mukha vyadana etab boli nandi shloka karila vyakhyana. It is even impudent for me to open my mouth before you. Then having said this, he recited the introductory verse of the Lalita Madhava. Suraripu Shudrisham Urojakogan Mukha Kamalani Cha Kedayan Akanda Chiramakila Surich Chakora Nandi Tishatu Mukunda Yasha Shashi Mudambaha. The beautiful moonlight glories of Mukunda give distress to the lotus-like faces of the wives of the demons and to their raised breasts, which are like gleaming chakravak birds. These glories, however, are pleasing to all his devotees who are like chakora birds. May these glories forever give pleasure to you all. Dvitiya Nandi Kahadeki Rayapuchila Sankocha Bhaya Rupa Pandita Lagila. When Srila Ramananda Roy further inquired about the second introductory verse, Srila Rupa Goswami was somewhat hesitant, but nevertheless he began to recite. He's hesitant because Mahaprabhu is present, and the verse is glorifying Mahaprabhu, and Rupa Goswami knows that Mahaprabhu is going to complain that he's being glorified. And he'll say it's like exaggeration. When Srila Ramananda Roy further inquired about the second introductory verse, Srila Rupa Goswami was somewhat hesitant, but nevertheless he began to recite. Nija pranayitam sudam udayam abnuvan yashito kirati alam urikrita dvija kuladhirajastiti salunchita tamastatir mama sachi Shutakya shashi vashikrita jagan mana kim api sharma vinyashatu. So there's a reference to Sachi Sutta, which is Mahaprabhu. The moon-like Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is known as the son of Mother Sachi, has now appeared on earth to spread devotional love of himself. He is the emperor of the Brahmin community. He can drive away all the darkness of ignorance and control the mind of everyone in the world. May that rising moon bestow upon us all good fortune. Shunya Prabhurjari Antare Ulasa Babhire Kohena Kichu Kore Roshabasa. Although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was inwardly greatly pleased when he heard this verse, externally he spoke as if angry. Kaha Tomara Krishna Rasa Kavya Shuddha Sindhu Taramadye Mitya Kene Stuti Sharabindu. Your exalted poetic description of the mellows of Lord Krishna's pastimes are like an ocean of nectar, but why have you put in a false prayer about me? It is like a drop of detestable alkali. Alkali. With a drop of something sour. Raya kohe rupara kavya amriterapa pura taramaje ekbindu diyache karpura. Srila Ramananda Roy objected, it is not alkali at all. It is a particle of camphor. He is put into the nectar of his exalted poetic expression. So sometimes when I joined the mission, they sometimes used a little bit of camphor, but not the camphor that comes in tablets. It was raw camphor, and they put a little bit of that, tiny bit, in the sweet rice, and it made it very special tasting. But now I know, I don't even know if that kind of camphor is available, and I don't know if nobody cooks that way. Person has to be very expert, because a little too much will ruin the taste, but a tiny bit. Prabhu kohe raya tomar ihate ulas shunite lajaloke kore upahas. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "My dear Ramananda Roy, you are jubilant hearing these poetic expressions, but I am ashamed to hear them, for people in general will joke about the subject of this verse." And Mahaprabhu says they'll joke about the glorification of himself. Raya kohe lokera sukha ihara shravane abhishta devara smriti mangalacharane. Ramananda Roy said, instead of joking, people in general will feel great pleasure in hearing such poetry, for the initial remembrance of the worshipable deity invokes good fortune. Raya kohe kon ange patrara pravesh tabe Rupa Gosai kohe tahara vishesh. Ramananda Roy inquired, by which subdivision of style do the players enter? Rupa Goswami then began to speak specifically about this subject. So the way the players entered in the first drama, which is the Vidagdha Madhava, Rupa Goswami, I forget the Sanskrit term, but it was when the suitable time comes, then all the players assemble on the stage. So the suitable time was like springtime, and all the players assembled on the stage in that way. Now for the second drama, again, Ramananda Roy asks, by which style are all the players entering on the stage? Because obviously, if the actors have to assemble on the stage, so there has to be given a reason why they're all assembling. So, Rupa Goswami then began to speak specifically about this subject. Natata kirata rajam nihatya ranga stali kala nidhina samaye tena vidheyam gunavati tarakara grahanam. While dancing on the stage, after having killed the ruler of uncivilized men, Kamsa, Lord Krishna, master of all arts, will at the proper time accept the hand of Srimati Radharani, who is qualified with all transcendental attributes. Udgatyaka nama e amuka viti anga tomara age kohe iha darstyera taranga. No. Udgatyaka nama e amuka vityanga tomara age kohi iha darstyera taranga. This introduction is technically called Udgatyaka, and the whole scene is called Viti. You are so expert in dramatic expression that each of my statements before you is like a wave from an ocean of impudence. In this connection, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur again quotes the following verse from the Sahitya Darpana. Ugatyaka katod gata prayogati shayastata pravartaka Valangite Pancha Prastavana Vida. Thus the technical names for the 5 kinds of introductory scenes of the drama are listed as Udgatika, Katodgata, Prayogati Shaya, Pravartaka, and Avalagita. I think the first play, Vidagda Madhava, was Pravartaka, and this one's Udgatika. When Srila Rupa Goswami inquired which of these 5 Srila Rupa Goswami had used to accomplish the technical introduction to his drama Lalita Madhava, Rupa Goswami replied that he had used the introduction technically called Udgatika. According to the Bharati Vritti, these technical terms used are Prarochana, Viti, and Pratashana. Thus, Rupa Goswami also mentioned Viti, which is a technical term for a certain type of expression. According to the Sahitya Darpana, Vitam Eko Bhaved Anga Kaschid Ekotra Kaupyate Akasha Vashitar Uttais Chitram Pradyuktam Ashrita. This is from the commentary of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, where he's explaining what these terms mean. The Viti beginning of a drama consists of only one scene. In that scene, one of the heroes enters the stage, and by means of opposing statements uttered by a voice from the sky off stage, he introduces the abundant conjugal mellow and other mellows to some degree. So the voice from the sky is saying that now Krishna has killed Kamsa and he's dancing on the stage. And so in the course of the introduction, all the seeds of the play are planted. This introduction is called Udgatika because the player dances on the stage. The term also indicates that the full moon enters the stage. In this case, when the word natata, dancing on the stage, is linked with the moon, its meaning is obscured, but because the meaning becomes very clear when the word natata is linked with Krishna, this type of introduction is called Udgatika. Srila Ramananda Roy used highly technical terms when he discussed the subject with Srila Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami stated that Srila Ramananda Roy was a greatly learned scholar of bona fide dramatic composition. Thus, although Srila Rupa Goswami was quite fit to answer Srila Ramananda Roy's questions, due to his Vaishnava humility, he said that his words were impudent. Although both Rupa Goswami and Ramananda Roy were scholarly experts in composing poetry and presenting it strictly according to the Sahitya Darpana and other Vedic literatures. Actually, both Rupa Goswami and Ramananda Roy were scholarly experts in composing poetry and presenting it strictly according to the Sahitya Darpana and other Vedic literatures. So here the word impudent means like shameless, someone who is very impudent. I mean, especially a child. A child can be impudent, like talking familiarly to his father, like he's saying, "What kind of hero are you? You didn't do anything. You know, you didn't do anything famous. You're just a worker." So that's called impudence, and that's not to be confused with impotence, which means lacking, not potent, not lacking any potency. So impudence means shameless or talking in a way that's not appropriate. Padanti Tvagatar tarani tad arta gatayete nara yojayanti vadar anyai su sa udgatyaka uchate. To explain an unclear word, men generally join it with other words. Such an attempt is called udgatyaka. Raya kohe kaha age angera vishesha Sri Rupa kohina kichu san kepa uresha. When Ramananda Roy requested Srila Rupa Goswami to speak further about various portions of the play, Srila Rupa Goswami briefly quoted his Lalita Madhava. So, let's see. I think I'll stop here for today. And tomorrow, hopefully I'll be able to finish this chapter. I should have finished by now, but I've been, after Janmashtami and then the next day, Nandotso. Those 2 days were intense, and then I used it as an excuse to be lazy. But tomorrow I hope to start reviving doing the class every day like I'm supposed to be doing. And then today I have a meeting with England. Okay. Hariharaya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama Jaravaya Maravaya Keshavaya Nama Jaravaya Maravaya Keshavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Ganadhara Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ganadhara Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunath Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunath Sri Jiva Gopala Bhakta Dasa Raghunath Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath Echai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Echai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Vignanashabhishta Puran. Jaite Vignanashabhishta Puran. Echai Gosai Jar Muitarana. Echai Gosai Jar Muitarana. Tasabar Pada Renu Mora Panchagram. Tasabar Pada Renu Mora Panchagram. Father Chanana Sevi Bhakta Sanivar. Father Chanana Sevi Kasanivar. Janame Janame More Abhilash. Janame Janame More Abhilash. Echai Gosai Jabe Baje Koilabas. Echai Gosai Jabe Baje Koilabas. Radha Krishna Antya-lila Korila Prakash. Radha Krishna Antya-lila Korila Prakash. Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindaban. Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindaban. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Aman. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Aman. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyan. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyan. Harinam Sankirtana Kore Naradamoda. Harinam Sankirtana Kore Naradamoda. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyan. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyan. Harinam Sankirtana Kore Naradamoda. Harinam Sankirtana Kore Naradamoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridharijo Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Tilak Neriya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmamacharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sadashi Shimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sadashi Shimad Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Bharga Ki Jai. Namachar Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Sri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Sri Jiva Gopal Bhattadasha Raghunath Sadgo Swami Prabhu Ki Jai. Premasiko Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Harshivasadi Sri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Vishvavarenya Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Srila Vrindaban Das Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Kusham Ashram Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Sri Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Sri Ram Mayapur Ki Jai. Saparshada Sri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshada Sriman Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Sri Koladvip Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Sokel Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Sevashram Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Sri Vrindaban Dham Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopi Govardhan Sham Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jo Ki Jai. Shri Purushottam Madam Ki Jai. Baladev Subhadra Jagannath Jo Ki Jai. Bhakti Vigna Vinashaya Shri Nrsingadev Ki Jai. Bhakta Prabhata Shri Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.